Welcome back, everyone. We're glad you're able to join us for the first VTV episode of the new year.
Living on the coast like we do, we are all aware of how important our beaches and dunes are.
Not only for the fun they provide in warmer weathers, but the protection against raging winter storms and the habitat that they provide for many species of animals and birds.
Triton environmental science students recently participated in a project to protect our beloved beaches and dunes from erosion, and VTV's Bonnie Durante was there to document the day.
New at 6, pounding waves from both storms caused major beach erosion along the coast.
The dunes have been devoured. Beachgoers worried Salisbury's on the verge of being a paradise lost.
You can see the dunes are now completely just washed away.
This is what happens when there are no protective dunes to stop a 20-plus foot wave. Rebuilding this beach will take serious manpower.
The communities of Salisbury Beach and Plum Island are trying to prevent beach erosion because of storms. Homes are being lost, and the beach is getting smaller. Businesses are also being affected, but with the help of Triton students, the beaches are being restored.
The idea came from my predecessor, Maureen Farley, and so she put me in contact with Dr. Greg Moore at University of New Hampshire, who is involved in this kind of research and has been for a great number of years.
It's always changing, and that's normal. It's a dynamic coastal environment. The only thing that's static here is the houses and the roads. So, right, conceptually, there are two things kind of fighting each other.
After a set of big storms, it's really important to replant beach grass to protect homes that are a little too close to the ocean. Beach grass is going to catch sand and create a new dune in front of the house.
Those blades of grass are going to be there to capture sand, slow winds down, and actually, as you bury that plant with sand, it sprouts more.
These homeowners here in Newbury have brought us in so that we can build up these dunes to serve as that storm barrier to take the brunt of these oceanic storms.
And there's another part of the cycle where the sand leaves and goes offshore, and that's the part of the cycle the sand is in now. So we want to, when that sand comes back onshore, we want to catch it with these plants.
The dune grass is important because it's able to trap the sand, and it makes a dune pretty much.
Plants provide like a barrier from the sea to the houses.
The soft sand dune is the most effective way to prevent damage to homeowners' houses.
Will this grass that you plant today stop coastal erosion? It's going to buffer storm energy. It's going to provide habitat. It's going to do a lot of good things, but it's not permanent.
I hope that the students will learn that this is first of all, an incredibly important ecosystem, not just for kind of our own selfish needs. So that's one thing, but also to understand that it's an important ecosystem ecologically. It's a very unique set of circumstances along these dunes that produce a really unique assemblage of plants that support a unique assemblage of animals. And so from that perspective, it's really important.
All of us enjoy going to the theater for a good blockbuster movie, but few of us have ever been on the set when one was being filmed.
John Riley had that opportunity this fall when Hollywood came to the sleepy little town of Newbury. Here's his story.
On October 16th of 2018, the police chief of Newbury took his nervous son to a TV show set that was being filmed in town. This shows his and others' experiences during the filming of The Wrong Man's. Dad, can you stand behind? Thank you. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I went to a TV show set about 2 months ago. I was terrified. I didn't know why I was there. I had no reason to be there except my dad. And I'm gonna tell you about it. My dad picked me up around 3:30. I was really nervous because I didn't know if I was gonna talk to any people or not, and if I did talk to people, like, what would I say? But when we got there, I tried to keep the filming kind of subtle. I'm walking down to the set right now. I'm filming right now. I'm walking down to the set right now. I hope I'm not too awkward. I wanted to get as much as I could, but I didn't want to get too close to anybody. I didn't want to be obnoxious and kind of like shove a camera in people's faces.
22? Yeah.
Do something funny. That's funny. My dad told me that those people, like everybody in the crew and all the actors, they had been there filming in freezing weather since 4 in the morning that day. It's crazy how much like goes into 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, like a minute of filming.
14 hours of filming for a minute-long scene.
That's like... When do they sleep? Do they sleep?
Were there any safety concerns on the set? No. We had the roads blocked off very well, and we only allowed authorized people down. My favorite part about being on the set was seeing how complex a movie set was, how many people it took to film just a little short scene. The actors were great. They were very friendly, very professional, and they really seemed to enjoy what they were doing.
Would you go to another movie set if you had the chance?
Oh, heck yes. I get discovered. Look at me, I'm beautiful.
So yeah, the intern's boss that I talked to, we looked him up later. We found out his name. My dad is looking at his phone as he's reading like an article about him. He has like a Wikipedia page, and he goes, "Oh my god." Something really cool is that the intern that I was talking to, he was really nice and he actually wanted to give me advice. So he made me write down a bunch of stuff that he thinks would be helpful if I ever wanted to be in his job one day. The actress that my dad stood next to and posed with, she gave me a piece of paper out of her notebook and I had to write all the stuff that the intern was telling me down. This is so funny. Alright, 1, 2, 3, strike like a officer, whatever. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
Breaking news! VTV is colluding with the Russians. Well, collaborating anyways.
That's right. Our video production classes have been corresponding with the video production class from a school in Shatura, Russia, a town located on the outskirts of Moscow.
In our next segment, Alyssa Stone explains how our collaboration came to be and what it means for our national security.
Throughout history, political tensions drove the US and Russia to become enemies. However, this new generation is able to look past these differences and see the value in cooperation and collaboration.
Добрый день, Боб. Привет, VTV. Мы рады наконец познакомиться с вами.
Hi, Dmitry. It's Bob here. We're in Massachusetts, in the great country of USA.
Over the summer, a teacher from the school, Shatura Lyceum, located in Russia, found our program on YouTube. He contacted Mr. Lathrop via email to find out if our VTV crew would like to be involved in a collaboration with their school in Russia.
So this past summer, I got an email from a gentleman by the name of Dmitry Melkin, and he said he was a teacher at a high school in Russia. And he was planning on starting a television production program at his school, and he was hoping that there would be an American school that his students could collaborate with. When I got Dmitry's email, I was surprised. His name was written with the Russian alphabet, and I really couldn't identify it. But I decided to open it anyway, and I'm glad I did. That was Dmitry reaching out and introducing himself and asking if we could do this. So I thought it was a great idea, and I presented it to my students here at Triton, and they thought it would be a lot of fun. So Dmitry and I started sending emails back and forth, trying to decide what the scope of our collaboration would be.
В качестве иностранного языка наши ученики изучают английский, поэтому мы начали искать партнеров среди американских школ и на YouTube видели ваше видео. Нам понравилось ваше шоу, и мы решили написать мистеру Лэтрапу. Он ответил сразу же, сказав, что ему нравится идея сотрудничества. Мы были рады, что этот формат заинтересовал и вас.
The administration at Triton are very supportive and excited for this collaboration because of the cultural exchanges it provides.
I was so excited. I have been waiting for the opportunity for teachers to make use of the fact that we can Skype and we could be branching out all of the learning that could be happening across the world.
Вообще, идея партнерства с американскими школьниками возникла у нас с заместителем директора. Мы долго обсуждали этот формат, обдумывали формы сотрудничества, и когда все было готово, мы поделились нашей идеей с директором лицея. Она согласилась, что это отличный опыт для лицеистов, что это современный и нужный проект, и поддержала нашу идею.
It makes us better learners, and it also helps us to understand people a lot better, to be able to learn how other people live, how other people learn, what their school systems are like, just everything about them, I think, just helps us to become much more broad in our ability to understand. And I think our world needs a lot more understanding of other cultures.
Долгое время на базе лицея уже была телестудия, которая выпускала школьные новости. Этим летом мы решили перезапустить ее, обновив формат. И нам показалось, что было бы интересно не замыкаться внутри лицея и сотрудничать с другими телестудиями. Причем особенно интересным и необычным было бы партнерство с иностранными студентами.
After sending some videos back and forth, the students hope to send more in order to learn about each other's lives and traditions.
Всем привет, меня зовут Сёма, увлекаюсь английским языком, так что мы сможем с вами поболтать в скайпе.
Привет, I'm Anya, I'm one of the 2 Russians in our school, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys.
So the plan going forward is that we're going to send videos from our classes here in America to Dmitry's classes in Russia, and they're going to send videos back. And those videos will be videos about what our school is like, what our culture is like, and they'll share the same with us.
So far we made a video introducing ourselves to the Russians. We answered a bunch of stupid questions about what kind of music we like, what we like in general, food, whatever. And that was kind of what we did so far, but we hope to do more.
Hi, my name is Ben. I've been VTV for 2 years, and I love playing the guitar and singing. My favorite artists are Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, and Sam Smith.
Сейчас, в эпоху непростых отношений между нашими странами, мне кажется важным дать ученикам шанс напрямую пообщаться с американцами, узнать о ваших традициях, взглядах и вкусах, потому что не всему, что мы знаем из медиа, можно доверять. Многое об американских подростках мы знаем из фильмов и сериалов, а теперь можем и лично узнать, так ли все на самом деле. Вдобавок ко всему, общение с американскими студентами позволит преодолеть языковой барьер, получить практику говорения на английском языке.
When we received the video from the Russians, one of the things I noticed was that it seemed a bit more formal than ours, and something else I noticed was that they used subtitles and they were talking in Russian, and that made it seem pretty cool.
So what we plan to send next is probably a video of almost vlog-styled video of what it's like to be an American student in a public school, and in return we kind of hope to get maybe what it's like to be a Russian student.
It's been great to have this collaboration. We're looking forward to more videos back and forth with the school. I thank Dmitry for reaching out and starting the discussion. And yeah, we're looking forward to a great year.
Midterms are right around the corner, and many of us will have final projects due before the end of this quarter.
If you're like me, you've probably waited until the last moment to start your project, and you're hoping you can pull off a miracle in the time you have left in order to save your grades.
That's the subject of this next silent film by Sam Bell, who, for the record, finished this project with time to spare.
Thanks for joining us today.
Good luck to everyone on your midterms. I'm Christian.
And I'm Kamel.
See you next time.